Wait. Everybody calm down. Let me go first. Oh. Ida. Who goes there? It is I, Alphino. Now, Ida. Is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino! Chrane! Sid! Sid! Wait, is this a dream? Yes. Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... Is this like relief? What's happening? This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when I was still in talks at the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw it. Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies, but that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start if Y'shtola hadn't been here to help. Yeah, you say the church took care of the bodies, but I feel like I did most of the work, to be fair. I carried a lot of bodies. Y'shtola's here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Menphilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Y'shtola thinks they were taken somewhere. Can confirm. This is true. Upon the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because she too has the echo. Because they possess something he desires, knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals, one the Gaius is yet to harness. The echo. The echo. Gaius will be aware of its existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful though his elegant weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Menphilia to gain an understanding of the echo. That's not great. None of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the waking sand. Why do I keep doing that? The waking sands in the first place. How did they find out? No matter, the Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? What? Oh, yes, of course. Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Y'shtola's return. What does Ida look like? She's always had that mask. What do you look like? For now, I say we rest. Oh, he's actually resting, like, big time. Man, that looks so cool.
Hear, feel,
Hydaelyn.
think.
She beckons. Yo, what up? It's weird that the job quests, gives you all the armor pieces except for a chest piece. Until level 50. Why doesn't it give you everything but the headpiece until level 50? It's weird to remove the center of the actual gear. Am I watching the Calamity? What's happening?
Bringer of light.
That is me. Hello.
Brave gatherer of the crystals.
I have 6 of them.
Burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one.
Love the music. It's so good. She's big, dude.
Hearken unto me
She's
now,
a thick crystal.
for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always.
The bearer of the crimson brand.
The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both.
Okay.
Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness.
I played that game.
Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
She's protected me so far. Oh. You stole her! You stole her! Chrane, I see you and Alphanode are safe. And Sid? What is he doing here? That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louis guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now, when the need is so great. I know where Minfili and the others are being held. Where? An imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. An imperial stronghold. That doesn't sound great. Castrum Sentry? What interest have you all in the Imperials? They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. Man, he's got like 4 scions in his dining room. Damn. I see, that might explain our scout reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum. A Uran woman, an Ellison man, and 2 Lalafels. 1 male, 1 female. So the first one would be Minfilia. An Ellison man, that's probably Uriange. And the 2 Lalafels would be Papalimo and Tataru. I'm guessing Thancred got away and he's gonna swoop in, like, last second and help and save people. So we haven't seen him in a while. It's them, it has to be. Minfilia, Uriange, Papalimo, and Tataru, yeah. It's nice to know that I'm on the same wavelength as Ida, who seems to be the least present member of the Scions. That's a mood. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Kurthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogadin and a Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. Wait, wouldn't that be Biggs and Wedge? By the way, why is there not an Aetheryte crystal in this town? Why is there only one up in Camp Dragonhead? It makes no sense. I'm here more than I'm in Camp Dragonhead. Like, I get it that Camp Dragonhead has my best friend in the entire region. But, like, why is there no Aetheryte crystal in this town? It makes no sense. Rogan and Lalafell were seen fleeing the craft. What did you say? Taking the hobbits to Isengard. It's late, I'm a bit tired. Sorry. A Rogan and a Lalafell, Master Garland. Neither wore imperial dress. And both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned, it's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals to escape. That's good. Must find them, Chrane, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. So shortly after the prisoners vacated the ship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. Hiccups. If, as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow Scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portelaine has said, this may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. I agree. Should get the boys. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Power Rangers. Interesting. I'm gonna guess voice acting and turn on auto text. If there's no voice acting, I'll be disappointed because I love hearing Raiden talk. There it is. The big boy. Aw, man. No voice acting. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality.
At last, we have prisoners. We have power to purge this land of its false god. Gods, we shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide.
This is my terrible Raiden impression. As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational.
Redatin. You depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command the Western Front in Vilbrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Forgive my impudence, but is it proper to give command of half our forces to a... I have given you nothing, Praefectus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. That's probably peaking. Yes, my lord. Like, it hits some weird frequency that peaks the mic.
My quarters, 1 hour.
That's impressive. A whole hour, my guy. Yeah, Power Rangers. Cold. I want to go home. Hi, Wedge. Ah, please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Whoa. Chrane, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garlands were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster gaping maw thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Makes sense. Biggs, he isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. It's my iPhone, sorry. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Yeah. Tracked down Wedge? That's wonderful news. Now, what of Biggs? He's fighting, like you thought. Like you guessed. I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashings he gave Wedge. He's always taking care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west. with both Ida and Ishtola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Dare I hope? Was that Master Garland you spoke with? Yes. After 5 long years, thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now, Chrane. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? This, freezing icicle of a Lullafell. Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are we feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest when you can. We found him! Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinid? I don't think I ever realized that Ida was a pugilist. It's cool Biggs is too. Ah, Chrane, it is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. Perish. With me. He's not alone. Kill them all. Let's try this again. Died the first time. Well, I didn't die, but one of my teammates did. Let's not talk about that. I love this combo system for the ninja. It's very reminiscent of the Warden in Lord of the Rings Online. Lothra. Played that for many years. And Warden was one of my favorites. It's kind of cool to have that system in this. Come on, everybody. You on, everybody.
Come on, everybody.
The last of them. I mean, there's still 4 people in the field, Biggs. What do you mean? My thanks. Another moment and I would have... Whew. Oh. He has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. I mean, I have a tower. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Ida and I shall bear him there with all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. Oh, I love reunions. Does Biggs know he's back? Wedge. We found Biggs. The other X-Wing pilot. I cannot thank you enough, Chrane. And the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We're all family, are we not? Well, yes, it's just I didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owe the lot of you my life. And you say Wedges too, Chrane. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. Enter the big man. Yeah. Biggs, Wedge, gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Yay. Chief, it's you. It's really you. In our hearts we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh. This is touching. When Alfino told me of the raids of the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Guardians get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flames should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noted not a miss in horizon, nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this I conclude that the Guardians came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleportation magics. Magics of the kind used by the Ascians. Makes sense, so the Ascians know where we are. It's not great. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. That's what we thought. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into the detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard from them. Castrum Sentry. It is Sentry, right? Not Kentry. Castrum Kentry. Castrum Sentry. Whatever. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years. Probably days. But was probably moons. Maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperial collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, which we found out was bound for Garlemald. Much to our dread, they were about to take them to the Empire, damn. For working with the traitorous Garland, probably. Garlemald and Garland. Just notice that similarity there in the name. Wonder if that's ever gonna come up. That's very interesting. We knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't like to leave again. Now I'm all stuck in my head about this, because Gaius is very much like,
Ah, yes, Sid, my boy.
he's like, he tried to fool Sid by caring about him when his father was preoccupied with what's it called? The meteor. So, and like, if his dad is involved with Meteor and Gaius, like, finds him important enough to care about him, and Nero is pissed off enough that he defected. Like, Sid is in the middle of a lot of the Empire stuff, and his name is real close to the name of the nation. So I'm really curious to see if that has some, like, actual importance in the future, or if it's just he's from Garlemald, so it makes sense that his name is similar to the nation, like it's just a normal name. But that would be very interesting to see if they play on that in the future. Anyway, so risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing, and in the midst of the ensuing chaos we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. Ah, 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 ah. If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story, sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel. That will have been Biggs' handiwork, like as not. You always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. My character is the only one not laughing. Chrane, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. You all do. I'm keeping track. There are still many questions in my mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others will still want for rescue. Aye. Alright, you lot, Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah! Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? You see, we're the Scions of the 7th Dawn, and we need a base of operation. A room to work out of so we can attack an Imperial castrum, because we're insane like that. Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry, and you want to rescue them? I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yalms of the walls undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others who must act with the greatest stealth. It has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? Why, I have a mind to walk through the front door. How? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. This man has seen Star Wars. His 2 assistants are named after Star Wars characters, and he has seen A New Hope. He's like, yeah, you know the Stormtrooper trick that Han and Luke did? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. But it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Good point. Then it's settled. Let's do it. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glamont. What a name. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Ida and I should go reconnoiter Garlean activity. I mean, it's a bent version of reconnaissance, I guess. Garlean activity at the stronghold, it would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, Chrane. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you're not enthused? Probably not. I'm nothing if not enthused, Y'shtola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papa Limo. Probably a reason why everyone says the same stuff to you. At some point you gotta take a hint, you know?
Hello? Order the captive. Does she still refuse to speak?
She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her.
The others aren't much better. The Ellison gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish.
Sirionji, all right. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman?
They say she possesses some mystical power. Something we Garleans don't have.
The Echo. She too possesses the Echo. Mystical power like the kind the Beastmen use?
How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself?
As well try to tumble her. I like my head where it is. Thank you very much.
All break's over. Best we get back to our stations.
Oh boy. He's out here fighting the Empire.
You claim the power of Garlemald, fools. Power outside your own cannot be trusted. You had no hope of defeating me.
He's giving me bad vibes, man. What is he doing? Oh, he's actually going for the 7th chakra. Yeah.
The 7th chakra swells within me. Soon it will open. When it does, the Empire will burn. The power of Magitech, the power of Garlemald. They are nothing. El Amigo fell to these.
Yeah. He seems a bit unstable, and there is an ambush. Great.
Ah, brother, you're late.
He's turning into some Dragon Ball.
But perhaps that is best. I have just attended our Garlean guests. I wanted us to be alone. Eric was right. This is the place. You have come. Our chakra beat as drums.
This is the first class story I've actually recorded as well. So, basically, there's one dude who is having me run around and do a bunch of, like, area research and that has been really rude to me throughout the entire thing. And then we have this guy who has been, like, hanging out at Little Alamigo and is pissed about the fact that the Empire drove them out of normal Alamigo years ago. So he's, like, trying to open the 7th chakra to gain enough power to fight back the Empire and reclaim his homeland, basically. But he's supposed to be, like, my mentor character, but I feel like I've barely interacted with him. So it's been a bit weird, and now he looks insane. So...
Eric was right. This is the place. You have come. Our chakra beat as drums. I read this already. Do you not feel it, brother? Brother! Living in a constant fear of death. Struggling to stay warm enough to sleep. Eating crumbs to fight hunger. Garlemald took everything from Alamigo. They left us nothing. Not even our pride. Look at the craven teacher. He is proof of the truth I speak.
So that's the guy that has me running around doing a bunch of readings, who's been generally very rude to me.
I will reclaim it, all of it, but I need great power to do so. That power rests in the 7th chakra. I made you a promise, I've not forgotten. The 5th and final piece. It is yours to claim, but only if you defeat me.
He's talking about the chest piece for the job gear, which, like I said before, it's weird that the chest piece is the last piece you get and not the head piece. Because you could look somewhat normal without the headpiece, but you look super dumb without the chest piece for 5 levels.
I told you when we first met, we monks seek sacred ground. There we train. That's how the chakras are opened. The teacher told me himself, this is where the 7th chakra opens. This is my sacred battleground, the ground of battle between you and me. Your strength is peaked. Through it, mine will grow. Do not despair, your death will have purpose. It will all be for Alamigo.
Oh, he's gonna kill me, is he? Doubt.
Rejoice, brother. You shall die a martyr.
I'm gonna punch you. I have punched you.
So close. Why? Why will you not yield your power for the greater good?
I genuinely feel bad for the people of Alamigo, to be honest.
Stay back. This power is mine.
Can't handle it, got my dude. My guy. Is his name, like, really German? Like, Wiedergeld. It's the way I read that. Correct me if I'm wrong, though.
The others of Eorzea ignore our suffering. Why should I care for their lives? Why should I care for yours?
I mean, this is the part where I feel bad for you, because I can totally see where you're coming from, dude.
I must have the power. I must protect my people.
This isn't the way.
Chrane, that power.
Yeah. And the 7th chakra opens. But not for thee. Here's the rude scientist.
That light! Never have I seen anything like it. Is this the opening of the 7th chakra? Fascinating, simply fascinating. You have no mind for study, but your gift for fieldwork is extraordinary indeed.
This is what I'm talking about. It's like, he's like, oh, you did very well fighting and doing stuff physically, but you're so stupid. It's all the time. I hate this guy so much. He's so rude.
Why? Why did you strike me?
Silence, you bloody fool, you oaf, you idiot! I would strike you 1,000 times more if it did not pain my hand so. Next time I shall bring a stick. Bugger opening your infernal chakra and open your bloody ears for once. Sid Garland of the Ironworks, that bearer's name once wrote that the silver tear falls lie at the center of our world. Our world is round and we live on its surface. Even you should see then that he did not speak of a center in the physical sense. I am no astrologian, nor a biologist, but I have studied enough of the various sciences to say this. The vital energy of Hydaelyn, that which is called ether, is one of the same as the life force in which you monks believe. As the center of our world, these silver-tear falls are connected to what you call chakra in an inexplicably profound way.
That's interesting.
We all share in the same existence. We are neither separate nor distinct from the world. Our energy and its energy are one. At times, that energy may wreak havoc and destruction, but it plays a far grander and more significant role. To bring forth life. As part of this world, you must endeavor to do the same. You sought only to gain power by force. In that, you are no different than the very Garloons you seek to destroy. Is this what you truly wish to be?
First good point is made all game. You speak pretty words, but would you speak them to our people, to every soul who has suffered? To children with empty bellies, to wives made widows?
I would. To every last soul among them. Even if they failed to grasp their meaning, as you do now, I would and will speak those words until they are understood. Long have I studied the history of this realm's wars. If there is aught I have learned, it is that there is no future for Eorzea should a people struggle and vie for power without considering the consequences of their doing so. With great power comes great responsibility. To seize the former and deny the latter is to beget despair. The duty we owe to one another and to the world as part of it is to use what power we possess to deliver a future full of life, not death. Can you truly not see the right in this?
He has a point. Like,
you have done the realm, indeed the world, a great service, Chrane.
Like, it pains me to say that I agree with this dude now, because so far he's been nothing but rude to me.
As a scholar, as a teacher, as an Alamegan, as a he's from Alamigo? Have I just missed that about him?
I thought it was only the big people, like the Highlanders, who were from Alamigo, but I guess people do come in all shapes and sizes, though. It kind of makes sense. As a man, I offer you my deepest thanks. And he wasn't rude about it. Not long ago I spoke with a man, an Alamegan. He too was of the Resistance. He asked me a simple question. Why do I fight? I did not hesitate. I did not think. The words came of its own will. Revenge. He said revenge is in all our hearts. That is the most common of reasons, the easiest, and the most dangerous. I did not think on it then. Perhaps now I should. I thought of nothing else, but you thought of me, brother. You and the teacher, for that I thank you both. And he took off his shirt. I made a promise. I will keep it. The 5th piece is yours. It is meant for you, for one whose 7th chakra is open. That is funnier, though, being a chess piece. Like, it's way funnier him giving me his chest piece than him giving me his hat. So for this questline alone, it's funny, but I don't think it makes sense based on not having seen all the other ones. Still think it should be the headpiece for last. Makes more sense. Your chakra is open. Take my shirt. El Amigo fought to protect itself, to protect all Eorzea from the Empire. And yet, we are despised, ignored, worse, we are forgotten. That's it, right? I feel really bad for them. I do genuinely feel very bad for the Alamigan people. They seem to be getting over hard. Even so, the teacher preached peace for a long time I did not understand. I hated him for it. Alamigans are a proud people. This pride is strong in me and in the teacher, as it was in his son. He fought in the resistance, yet it cost him his life. He, too, cursed his father for being a coward. I wish I could speak to him. We should tell him this is not so. Farewell, brother. May Ralger watch over you. And you too, Vidargelt. Bye-bye. He has nothing more to say to me. Said one nice thing and then peaced the fuck out. It's interesting that they give you a full set piece, like to complete the set, and then they give you a box with an even better set. That is so strange. Oh well.